What's going on, Pokey tubers and viewers? Today I'm bringing you what's it PSA overview. We've been sending orders all the way since back early summer, late spring. So I'm going to go over my three orders here. There's a 480, 500, and a 200 card order at PSA right now. So that'd be cool to go see what we've sent off. There are full videos of all these on the channel if you want to catch those and see all the cards. But I thought it'd be cool to discuss a little bit of what we sent, what we're thinking when stuff comes back. So here it is, jumping into that. This is order number 1 right here. Starting off with Alakazam, a couple Charizards, nowhere near mint. I don't think any of the Charizards they sent are super near mint. There were a couple that were really played that I was hoping to go for the 1 would be cool, but they were really cheap back then, so let's go down to base 2. I'm going to cover the Pikachu E3 stamps, 4 of those, expecting 7, 8, 9s. Been telling you guys to buy them. We got a couple Blastoids, a bunch of Venusaurs for base set 2. Lots of nice quality hollows coming out of base set 2. And some Snorlaxes. Then down to Jungle, we have 1 no symbol Pidgeot. Very limited amount of Jungle hollows that I had left. Same with Fossil, except we loaded up on the Gengar and Haunter. I bought some more of those. Bought quite a few Lapras cards, but not many were gradable. Only sent 2. Had a random Magneton first edition sitting around, and went ahead and sent that as well. Then we have quite a few non-hollows that we put in there. Always like grading those. Easy to get 10s on the non-hollows typically. If you have a good cut, usually pretty golden. Moving down to Rocket, we've got 6 Dark Blastoids, 6 Dark Charizards. So real nice 12-piece there. We have some of the non-hollow versions as well. 3 Blastoids, 1 Charizard, 2 of the Secret Rare Dark Raichus. And then we move down to Gym Heroes. We've got 10 Lieutenant Surge Electabuzz, which is my favorite card. A lot of Gym Heroes, Lieutenant Surge Magneton, buying up the cheap ones all spring and early summer, and getting them graded where I can. Rocket Scyther, Rock Hitmonchan, really nice from that set. And then quite a few of the non-hollow versions, or the trainers and stuff like that. Down to Gym Challenge. We've got less Gym Challenge, obviously a little bit harder to get. You can see I have a lot of the lower ends here, except we do have 2 Blaine's, Charizard's hollows, and we have Return Surge Raichu. We don't have any of the Mewtwo or Misty's Gyarados, so we got 2 of those. We don't have the Mewtwo, which is like one of the more expensive cards in the set. Then we have some of the trainer hollows, and then we have old school, like 7-year ago videos, leftover first edition rares that I had that were minty. Went ahead and sent those in, and you can see those continued down here. On the high end, I had like a partial set built left with just some of this stuff. So these are trainers and stadium type cards in first edition. Now breaking into the Neo Genesis, and you'll see our quantities start to go down and down with a lot of the stuff as we get into some of the rare sets. But we sent what we had, a lot of the easy stuff to get, the Kingdra, the Jumpluff. You won't see a lot of Lugias throughout these orders for Neo Genesis. Steelix, Typhlosion. Don't think those are going to grade out of 10, but that, everyone's obsession with that card. And then we had the same thing here. We had a bunch of first edition stuff left over from set building. These are minty. We sent some of them already. Some of the spares, we pulled 10 on the Murkrow and Sneasel and stuff like that. Down to Neo Discovery. Somehow I had 2 more Espeon Hollows. I sold the 9 and I had graded. We got a few more Houndoons, Hitmontop, Kabutops, Scissor, Umbreon, which I don't even know where I got that. That's always harder to find than Espeon from that set. Rare or hollow version. And then I had a couple of the non-hollows and 1 first edition. Neo Revelations, Ampharos Hollow, Blissey, Celebi. Then we had a first edition Entei. I don't think the condition is 9 or 10 quality, but maybe 7 or 8. So if you got any first edition Neo Hollows, you got to get those in at this point. Neo Revelation, Magneton, and then we go to Neo Destiny, which you see there's not that much in the way of actual hollows. I love grading the light Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon sets. Those are always easy sells in 9s or 10s. In non-first edition or limited, does not matter. Shining Noctowl, 4 of those. I'm expecting a wide range of 6 to 8 on that. Do not believe there's any gem mint quality. We got a Japanese Neo Gengar holo, which just means a lot to me because that's the only Japanese Neo pack I opened. I pulled that holo. A few legendary collection stuff, mostly regular holos with a couple reverse holos mixed in. Down to Expedition. So you can see I sent basically a lot of the holos and reverses that I had that I thought were gradable. I had like a stack this big of E-Series reverses left. They're not the easiest to grade, but I've seen the price has been trending up on those. Those boxes are finally getting their due because the boxes have always been way more expensive than a lot of the graded cards you could sell. Then down here, some non-holos and more reverses. Quite a bit of Expedition and not a single Aquapolis card, which is weird to me, but just worked out that way. And then a bunch of Skyridge stuff. These should be all non-holos, but they all should be pretty minty cards that I have. Down into some promos and some more EX series EXs. We've graded a ton of these throughout the history of the channel, and we've graded a ton of these starter reverses and stuff like that. So we're always, especially on the early end, the EX Ruby Sapphire, EX Dragon, stuff like that, those were easier to find. But we managed to get some EX Fire Leaf Green, Delta, Hall of Phantoms, lots of cool holos that I was sitting on, reverse holos, just lots of reverses from the EX series that I've been buying for years, grading, selling, but I've just had more and just, finally said, let's send them. Um, Groudon, Jirachi, Tyranitar, and then we have 3 Mewtwo Gold Stars. So I was like, should I pay this price for these? I think they were like 100 something. I think they'll grade out 7, 8, 9, probably 7, 8, maybe a 9. Gonna have 3 of those come in real nice. Then we move into some newer stuff, Umbreon, Charizard, your 2011 stuff. Then we go on a run of 12 full art Mega Charizards as well as Mewtwo's. Those are great. We've got the Charmander, promos, bunch of Southern Isles right here. That set has shot up way more than I thought it would. The raw holos are getting harder to find, even though you can still buy packaged sets in Japanese pretty easily. The English stuff is a lot harder to come across, especially sealed. Snuck in Pikachu Jungle Wizard promo, and I did also sneak in the War Turtle from the Top Deck magazine. So those are really cool Wizard Gold Stamp promos. I think those are very collectible, even though they're not that hard to find. They're just nice looking little touch there. And then I had some more random cards hit at the end of the thing, so I was throwing them in. Some more Blaine Charizards, more gym stuff, Jumpluff, and Dark Dragonite, Dark Slowbro, Gengar. I just more stuff came in right then. I threw it in. Jirachi, and then more of the full art. So that is order 1. That's about 400 some cards. Down to order 2, we'll go right in the same order. We hit it off with some Blastoids, 4 more Charizards, various conditions, another Venusaur, more of the E3 Pikachu Yellow Cheeks, getting a lot of hype right now. Pikachu, base set Pikachu. Vivid Voltage, we'll sell that just because they have that cool big Pikachu art. Basically a celebration of Pikachu, Vivid Voltage. Base 2, we got Blastoise, Alakazam, Pinsir, some uncommons. So I was already kind of ahead of the curve with sending some of these uncommons. These are pack fresh that I pulled when I opened a bunch of base set 2 packs on the channel Recover from the Flood. These were sent back in July. So I was already trying to grade some of these starter sets from the original stuff. You got your Squirtle, Jungle, bunch more holos here. Our quantities are a little bit higher than the previous order. We do have a Snorlax no symbol as well as regular. Down to Fossil. Not as many Gengars and Haunters this time, but we do have more variety here on quantities. I don't know why this Lapras is listed on 2 separate lines. It's the same code, but so that means there's 9. I must have entered them on separate lines. Raichu, Zapdos, some non-holos again, down to Team Rocket Returns, Dark Charizard. We've got a lot of Brock, Misty, Erica stuff again. Always pumping those. Erica's Dragonair. More Lieutenant Surge Electabuzz. I had 1 first edition. Lieutenant Surge Electabuzz 13. Just love this set. The gym sets are the best. I would beg for a reprint. Going to the back end of gym Heroes down to Gym Challenge. And, oh, you also want to point these out. Some of these are first edition, just regular old cards that I pulled that I was like, hey, let's get these graded. Lieutenant Surge Pikachu, first edition, on eBay this morning, October 15th, went for $750. Brilliant Charmeleon, Erica's Bulbasaur, same kind of theme. These aren't first edition, but nice to have. There's Ivysaur, first edition 3. Neogenesis, we did manage 2 Lugia Hollows. I swear they're like 4 or 5s, but that card is gradable and sellable no matter what condition you have it in. Down to Destiny, Revelations, not a whole lot. I went smallest house in the biggest house neighborhood with Dark Typhlosion and Togetic, getting a couple of those because those were the cheapest hollows from the set to get into Neo Destiny. Expedition, mostly non-hollows and a few reverses. Venusaurs, Ivysaurs, Bulbasaurs, Totodile. A lot of this was in my backstock raw cards. I bought all the commons and commons I could of the E-Series stuff. Love the artwork. Easy to grade, cheap to buy, easy to sell. Skyrich Starmie. Then into more promos, more of these Meowth promos. I think these are an easy flip. Nice looking card. Rocket Sneasel, more Southern Islands, but only 2 there. Then we put in some more EX series reverses, Pop series, Ivysaur, Bulbasaur. Those are real nice. EX Fire Leaf Green, a bunch of refractors I dug out of my back stock, and some more non-hollows came in of the starter Pokemon. Bunch more EXs, reverses, just keeps going on and on throughout all the EX sets. You can see a lot of them are all typically mostly Gen 1 Pokemon is what I send. A couple more Supreme Victor's Charizards. I sold all those off. Then we have a little bit newer stuff. We got the Radiant Collection, Mewtwo, Eevee. Love sending those treasure hunt ones. They're really nice looking graded cards. They're not super hard to find. They just look really nice in case. A couple more promos. Evolutions. I sent a couple more of those Charizards in. Ultra Shiny, Bulbasaurs. I'm going for a bunch of the Cosmic Eclipse in 10. Those are some of the best modern full arts, in my opinion. So I went for those, and then I bought some Hidden Fate stuff. I haven't really opened a lot of Hidden Fates, haven't pulled any of these, but I went ahead and getting these graded where I can. I think this one we pulled. Pikachu full art. Then I have some old school Japanese stuff from the Japanese Squirtle, Bulbasaur VHS decks I've been telling you guys about. Lots of quantities. These are really nice looking cards. Couple Koro comic promos. Not the best condition. You buy what you can. This Bulbasaur is hard to find. Electabuzz. They're just hard to find, man. Lance's Charizard first edition, 2 of those. More card-ass cards. Really old Japanese cards, 1995. Threw in some top ones. They're probably 8s, 7s, 8s, but tops. Do love those. So here we go with Tort's cards at the end of Order 2, starting back with base. So he redug through a lot of his stuff. He's got a Blastoise, Alakazam. He does have a Mewtwo Shadowless and Mewtwo First Edition. Basically almost every holo from base, and then a few jungles, and most of his fossil stuff, and his rocket stuff's all from the first edition type, I guess. Sorry, they are first edition. So his order is broken up. So at the beginning of the next one, Order 3, he finishes out with Dark Doug Trio and down to Dark Gyarados, and he threw in a Latios EX from Plasma Freeze. And then my friend Jeff gave me a few cards. Neo Destiny Shiny Celebi, all these EX series stuff. He helped me connect with a seller on a lot of these, but he picked up these ones. I bought stuff throughout the order from this guy, but he got the Shiny Celebi, real nice. It's a 9 candidate for sure. So back to what I had sent. More Evolutions Charizards, pre-releases. We opened these on the channel. There's 1 staff. There's 2 from the pre-release kits. We streamed those earlier this summer. The Mewtwo's, the Machamps, and the Gyaradoses. Full Art Mega Venusaur, and Charizard EX Holo. So then we reset again after that, back to going through base. We have more Alakazams, Charizards, base 2 Blastoids, Clefable, and you can see this is messed up. This is supposed to have the Pokemon name, so I reported that. I don't know why that happened. Dark Charizard non-hollow, so we're getting a little thinner here. This is a 200 card order. Stuff was slowing down a little bit. But quantities on some stuff still high. My favorite card, 8 more Lieutenant Surge Electabuzz. Legendary Collection, Black Star Eevee promo. Those are impossible to get in 10, but they look really nice graded. That's from the Neo Block promo series, so you know what those hollows kind of look like. A lot more EX series reverses, Crystal Guardians, a few Japanese versions of that kind of stuff. More X and Y promos, Gyarados, Pokemon League, Cosmos Hollows, Gym Badges, trying to send those in. A few more Hidden Fates. Then more evolutions came in. 8 more evolutions, Charizard Hollows, more pre-releases, more full arts. The Sun and Moon team up promo, the ones I've been hammering. That's probably 50 into those. Sun and Moon team up from the theme deck and the sets reverses right here. Bunch of them. That's a big buy. The tag team up pre-release kits with the Charizard. Love those. Cosmic Eclipse, pumping those again. Those were cheap to buy, great looking art, easy sell, and I'm trying to get all those in 10 for my collection. A few more Hidden Fates, and Blastoid CD promo, more little Japanese stuff I threw in here at the end. So that is all the cards currently PSA. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs up, comment below what you got at PSA or what you're excited for to see come back on the channel. And as always, thank you guys for watching.